Hey guys, Ed here, and since some of you have been asking for it, this is another Friday pickup video. It's been months and months since I've done one, so I actually have a few different things to show you. I don't remember where I found most of this or what I paid for most of it, so you just have to bear with me. There's quite a bit. Some games, some hardware. I'm going to start off with games. In particular, I'm going to start off with some PC games that I picked up, complete with the codes. Star Wars Battlefront 2 was really cool. I played it a little bit on the PlayStation 2, I think it was, or the Xbox, can't remember. Cool game. The PC version should be really cool, hopefully. If not, somebody let me know. Found a copy of Diablo 3 just the other day, actually. Also complete with the codes. And I think I actually remember this one. I think I paid $2 for that. I probably paid the same for Battlefront 2. Don't remember. These, I do recall where I found them. These came from the Wooster, Ohio Goodwill. They were all 99 cents. They're all in really good shape, and all except for one are complete. Shenmue for the Dreamcast. And the rest of these are for the PlayStation. Twisted Metal 4. Crash Team Racing. This is the one that is not complete. It says no instructions, but they like tore the cover off and stuck it in here. Mortal Kombat 4. Oop, there you go. Man, it's really shiny up there. Tomb Raider, The Last Revelation. Hitting the microphone stand. I'm trying to move the microphone into a different location. I don't know if it's going to turn out well or not, but it's way up here now. Wild Arms 2. Then I went back to the, Alliance Ohio Exchange. And if you recall, a few pickup videos ago, I found they were selling packages of 10 Atari 2600 games, or mostly Atari 2600 games, for $2.50. And I bought a few packages and found a few games that I didn't have. Not all of them Atari 2600 games. The first one is actually an Intellivision game. Found Frogger. I did not have that. Q*bert for the Commodore 64. Then for the ColecoVision, looks like I found two. Found Antarctic Adventure and Tarzan. Neither one of those did I previously own. Now we're on to the 2600 games. Midnight Magic. Coconuts. Telegames, Vegas Rules, Home Rules, Blackjack. Taz, and a Zonox Double Ender. It is Ghost Manor and Spiked Peak. I think I have 3 of these now. One of them given to me by Wooden Gamer, or Wooden... I always want to call you the Wooden Gamer. I believe it's just Wooden Gamer, though. He has stopped collecting now, but I still remember that you gave my son a birthday card at the Midwest Gaming Classic. Thank you very much. I found one Jaguar game, and I remember this one too because it was the only thing I'd found in a while. I've been traveling around a lot more in Northeast Ohio for work, and it looks like they're going to continue that all the way through January and February now. So that is why, Mike Gardner, I was unable to go to MagFest. They had rumors that we were going to have to do this, and sure enough, we do. But anyway, this game I found for the Atari Jaguar, Zool 2. And I think that was $2.50. Again, pictures of all this stuff is on Facebook. So if you follow me on Facebook, you've already seen all of this, except for maybe 1 or 2 things. I found a TurboGrafx 16 game, Newtopia. And I don't remember how much it was, but I know it was cheap. The rest of these are all Genesis games. And with the exception of one, I have no idea where I got them or how much I paid for them. But I can promise you they were all very cheap. This is the one that I remember where I found it. This is the Sega Genesis 6-pack, and the reason I remember where I got this, I was at the Rittman, Ohio, I think it's Rittman, Ohio, maybe. Yeah, I think it was Rittman, Ohio Goodwill, and I came across a Sega Genesis Model 2, which I'm going to show you here in a little bit, and this game, and they were, is the price still on it? Probably. I think it was $7. And I bought the Genesis because it came with a couple of controllers, and I didn't actually have the Genesis 6-pack. I always see this. They always want exactly $6 for it because it has 6 games every time I find it. So to get it for $7 with the Model 2 Genesis, I didn't think it was too bad. I got a copy of Bubble and Squeak for the Genesis. I have no idea what that one is. This one I was kind of excited to get because I love the cover art. Star Control. That is fantastic. Again, it's the ballistic boxes that remind me of the old PC games. And it comes with the old PC game looking manuals even. I don't know. I love these ballistic boxes. Couldn't tell you why. Well, I can tell you why. It's because they remind me of old PC boxes from the 80s. That's what I just said. Zool. And then these two I was pretty happy to get a hold of. Gargoyles. And Aerobiz. Now, Aerobiz, I had this thing actually kicking around. I found it a while ago, and it was in my car. Well, for those of you, again, that follow me on Facebook, I'm pretty sure I posted it on my EdT1138 Facebook page. I got in a car accident. This thing had been underneath the seat of my car for ages, and for whatever reason, I could not find it. When I was emptying out my car, which was totaled, I ended up finally finding this, buried under loads of crap. I have so much stuff in my car for work, and then I have to leave like a little bit of space in the back seat for the kids to ride occasionally, and then they take all their junk and just jam it under the seat. And this was in like fast food wrappers and napkins, which were not mine because I never put them under the seat. I swear. I got Cool Spot. Cool Spot. There it is. What else we got here? Chester Cheetah's Wild Wild Quest. Real Monsters. Uncharted Waters. Aero the Acrobat. Almost done, I swear. Frogger. And I didn't realize that they had Frogger on the Genesis. I had no idea. It's not on my list that I have on my phone. Championship Pool. Check that out. Championship Pool. I like pool games on the PC. I don't remember if I like pool games on consoles or not. We'll find out. Copy of Mercs. Fatal Fury 2. And Cutthroat Island, which I'm certain is a terrible game. I will be very surprised if it is not. Then I found one Sega CD 32X game. I know it is a bad one, but it is one of 3 that I needed for my collection, so I'm now down to 2. Supreme Warrior for the Sega CD 32X. That's actually quite a few games. I'm surprised I found that many. Now, on to hardware. I found a Dogbone controller for the NES. I only had one, now I have 2. That makes me happy. I found a turbo pad for the TurboGrafx 16. I think this was $2.50, so I wasn't going to leave that sitting there. Because how often do you run into turbo pads for the TurboGrafx 16? I don't know. Maybe some of you out there run into them all the time. I don't. This is the Sega Genesis I was referring to earlier. The one that came with the 6-pack. Came with a great big fat Genesis controller. And then a 6-button Genesis controller with turbo. And all the wires and stuff that you need for it. For, I want to say this was $19.99 or $14.50, whatever, I don't remember. But it's a Nintendo Wii. It came with a Wii Fit board, and then all these stupid little things that you attach to the Wiimotes. Skylanders, Spyro's Adventure, Greg Hastings Paintball, obviously Wii Fit because it came with the Wii Fit, and then the Black Eyed Peas Experience. You know that's going to be getting a lot of play from me. It came with a Skylanders Portal, it came with the Wiimote, it came with all the wires that you need, and then it came with the Wii itself. And I have tested the Wii. It's missing the door on top, which always pisses me off, but it does in fact work. So, found another Wii that I'm going to try and mod and mess with and see what happens. My brother Jim will probably watch this and say, hey, you know, I wouldn't mind having that Wii. I'm sure you wouldn't, Jim. Neither do I. I need a 3rd Wii so I can put it on the TV across the room over here. Because the one on that TV, and the one upstairs on the TV, and then the Wii U in the family room, it's not enough. I need a 3rd Wii. And finally, definitely the coolest find of the last couple of months. There's this thing here. I was at the discount outlet that's down the road in my hometown here, and I came across this, and I thought, wow, that's a really cool case. And this is like a $50 or $60 case. They wanted $25.99 for it. And so I grabbed this thing, I opened it up, and as soon as I picked it up, I knew that it felt too heavy. So I thought, oh crap, this is going to be somebody's old junky computer. They just stuck it in the box and then returned it, and this place is going to sell it. But yeah, I opened it up, looked inside the box, and sure enough, there was a whole PC inside this case. It had an AMD FX 6-core CPU, had 16 gigabytes, two 8 gigabyte sticks of 1600 megahertz RAM. It had, what do we have in there? 1 terabyte hard drive. It had, obviously, the motherboard, a crappy BioStar motherboard, but a working crappy BioStar motherboard. And then it had an NVIDIA GT 430 video card, which is not great, but for $26.99, that's a pretty decent computer. And I got it home. Not only did everything work in it, but it was pristine. I don't think it has ever been used. I think they built this computer for somebody, and for some reason it found its way back onto the shelf and then found its way into this discount outlet, and I bought it. It had a clean hard drive, and it had a Windows 8.1 key, but the Windows 8.1 key didn't match the disk that came with it. So anyway, I ended up taking this case, putting my computer in it, taking the video card out of it, and putting it in a friend of mine's computer, and then I took all the rest of the components and put it together with a Radeon 7750 video card and put it into another newer case that I had. So now I've got a third gaming computer just kind of sitting around. So I don't know. I might find somebody that needs a decent gaming computer and maybe make a few dollars on it myself and give them a half-decent computer for not a lot of money. You know who I'm talking about. All right, that's it. That's all I found. Hope this didn't bore you to death. It's like 12 minutes long, but there was a lot of stuff to show off. So there you go. I guess that's the end of my penis waving video. I'll see you guys later.